what is up guys? I hope you're all doing well. This is the second time I'm recording this video because the first time I accidentally recorded over somebody else's Twitch stream, so their voice was on in the background. That's one of the best feelings ever, you know, getting to do it twice. So here we are. Anyway, I am going to show you a new YENNEFER deck. Now, YENNEFER is an amazingly cool card. I'm gonna be honest though, the fact that she's so easily removed makes her weaker every day because the meta is adjusting. We're seeing Skellige self-wound, we're seeing elves, we're seeing traps. It's really difficult to keep her on the board. So I'm only going to show you one game that went amazingly well, so it seems like she's amazing, but in reality she's not going to stick around. Let's put it like that. So anyway, let's get right to it. So YENNEFER Illusionist. She will spawn YENNEFER Illusion on a row. When she does that, she will damage the lowest enemy unit by the card she has spawns base power. So first she spawns YENNEFER's Illusion, which is 4 points. She then damages the card by 4 points. That's what's so cool. Now every time she kills the card, she grows by 1 point. So of course, our whole deck consists of spawning cards, because every time we spawn a card, she will do the exact same thing. Keep in mind that YENNEFER's Illusion itself, that little 4-point card, it dies the moment it gets damaged. Also, because YENNEFER is 4 points, it's easily removed. So we have done basically everything we can to protect her, but it's become predictable and people play around it quite comfortably. So we've got the Defender. Now Defender we play before we play YENNEFER. Of course, that would have worked if people didn't purify the Defender. So next they'll try to either kill YENNEFER directly or lock YENNEFER. If they lock YENNEFER, we have Purify. So we can purify the lock and keep going on. Now, if we can't use the Purify in that manner, we can use the Purify to just get through someone else's Defender or anything along those lines. So, keep in mind this whole deck consists of cards that spawn. But, even though it says spawn, interestingly enough, the word create has the same effect on YENNEFER. So, if you create a card, that counts as spawning the card. Interestingly enough, I only found this out the other day. So that's why we're playing Double Cross, which will create and play a card of, from your opponent's hand. Remember, YENNEFER only does this once a turn, so we want to try and spawn something once a turn. Next up, we have the Mushy Truffle. The Mushy Truffle will spawn and play a bonded unit from your starting deck. Now this is where the fun comes in. We have 2 Illusionists, right? But we have the potential to make more than that. So the Illusionist will spawn a base copy of a bronze unit from your opponent's graveyard on the right side of the card and set its power to 1. So after that, it will be bonded. The second one you play will actually just straight up spawn the card. So let's say your opponent has a big 8-point card. If you spawn that card, YENNEFER will damage the opponent by 8 points. So that's not bad at all. Now, a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, Tia, why don't you have Vilgefortz Renegade? Everybody has it in their deck. Well, let me first tell you what it does. It will swap a card from your opponent's graveyard with a card in your hand. So, essentially what you want to do is you want to physically place one of your big bronzes in their graveyard, so that when you play an Illusionist, you're guaranteed a big card. That's all fine and well, and you're welcome to change the deck in that manner. I think 13 provisions is a little bit steep for something that we probably will have anyway. So we're constantly playing against monster decks where you have a 9-point Griffin, a 9-point Gun-Cayenne, and those cards are already bigger than the cards we have, so what's the point? Also, we play against decks like Skellige with the Bear Witcher, you know, 8-point card right there, easy points, more than ours. So I'm not a fan of playing Vilgefortz Renegade unless you're going to build your entire deck around him to make him worth it. But yeah, other than that, that's what it does. So next up, we have Ramon. Ramon will spawn and play a base copy of a bronze soldier from your hand, give it 2 armor. That's where we have the option of directly playing Illusionist, which will then spawn a card. Or we have the option of going for this beauty over here, the bronze tortoise. So this will be 7 points of damage that YENNEFER does. So that's also why we have the Megascopes. Megascopes will spawn a copy of a bronze unit. That's going to be the tortoise, essentially, another 7 points. Then we have the create cards. Create and play a bronze card from your opponent's faction. That will count as spawn, obviously. Next up we have the Duchess Informant, which will spawn and play a copy of a non-disloyal bronze enemy unit, basically meaning the card doesn't have a little spying status on it. And then we have another fun card, Vrygef. So this is just an extra little bit of fun, and I'll tell you why it's in this deck. This will trigger the deploy abilities of adjacent bronze soldiers. So the bronze soldiers we want to trigger is going to be the illusionists. So if you have 2 of these on the board, play Vrygef in between them. Each of them will spawn another base copy of a card from your opponent's graveyard. So they can be spawning an 8 and an 8. And even though Vrygef doesn't spawn himself, he causes them to spawn, and therefore Yennefer will still do her thing. So, not bad at all. Next up we have Blightmaker, which will move a card in your deck to the top of it. If it was a mage, spawn Guardian. If it was a special card, spawn Cow Carcass. So obviously we're going to try and do that with the Mage Assassin always. This card will jump out of your deck, damage an enemy unit by 2 points. Very nice combo still. Then we have Gorther Gavayad. Now, this gives you the option of playing 4 cards, which are spawned. I normally go with Viper Witch and Mentor when I have 2 cards left in my hand, meaning I play him as the 3rd and then there are 2 left. That means I will likely get a big chunky 10 or 11 point card when I want to pass. And all in all, this just gives you a little bit more options, and it does the spawning thing, which we love, right? Next up we have Bribery. This will create, spawn, and play a unit from your opponent's starting deck. Then we have Hen Guide Sword. Now you might not have played this before. It's an echo card. It will damage an enemy unit by 5, then spawn and play a base copy of the stored units and give it doomed. Or you can kill the card, which will banish the unit, store its soul in the sword, and the next time you play the sword, it will pop out of the sword. So that counts as spawn as well, and that's the reason we have it in this deck. Alright, and that is basically the gist of it. Again, this deck did way better a few days ago and substantially got worse, at least in rank 1 to 3. So give it a shot. Maybe you love it, maybe it works. Depending on the rank you're on, we'll see. Other than that, I just wanted to show you what she's capable of, and from here on out, I'm gonna start making some funky decks, some stuff I've been working on. Anyway guys, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a great week. I will see you guys soon, and yeah. Oh, okay, look at that demonic face. That's so creepy. She's great in practitioner spam. Well, I'm playing illusionist, so okay, we're going first. Deny, deny, deny. Bleed, bleed, bleed. Yeah. Should work. Hand's a bit strong right now. Okay, we still good. Duchess Informant is also not shabby. Way too good. I shall start off with a tortoise. She's cursed and also too little base value. Yeah, she dies very easily. Just got the other useless soldiers. Don't you keep Diplo with new yen in hand? Yeah, I just don't want to play it right now. I'm not planning on doing it. Okay, that needs to go. I guess we start off with a Blightmaker.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
We're gonna have to kill it with the sword, but we can't actually use it unless we use it on the melee arrow, so it's not gonna self boost or anything. Whenever you play Yen Illusionist, everybody gets mad and they concentrate really hard and beat me. Oh, that's such a nice target though. I'd rather use my sword on that. They're probably just gonna squirrel the sword anyway. Deny, deny, deny. Markham Defender. Alright. A lot of people seem to be playing the Defender, and I mean it works. Yeah, 6 points. Gosh.
You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Just a peek. That is all I need.
Fine. If my coin's rank to ye, go kiss a dog neath its tail.
Isengrim's council
No mercy!
into another defender.
Wanna flip my axe?
Amazing. I'm kind of scared. Where do I play? So many options. Bribery isn't gonna be ideal. How about another megascope? Or well, actually Blightmaker is fine. Full provision Eskel is pretty good, or is it Lambert? Nice. So, only problem here is having guaranteed loss saves just as nice, because we just Yennefer their biggest card, which is a Goliath. But bleeding it out is also nice, if we're guaranteed to actually get it. I just think a long round with Yennefer is gonna be so nice. Let's think about this. So play Yennefer, kill everything, have Yennefer to steal Lodge's card. I mean, they want a short round, so if we somehow fail here, we're in big trouble. Also, I'm gonna be stealing all of their Hawker support, Hawker smuggler, sorry, and I'll be getting bigger cards as time goes on. So I have convinced myself. I'm gonna go for last say, guaranteed. So let's see, they've used Hawker Smuggler, they've used Dunka.
I see victory for you.
So they've got another Hawker Smuggler, a bunch of other cards that hand buffs, and potentially the beggar card. Good, not great, bad. No. Yes. Great stuff. Hopefully they missed something important too. I think Bribery gives us a horrible card, because it's either going to be a Torque or a Goliath or something.
Not afraid? You should be.
I think we just need to get as many engines as possible, as quickly as possible. But first and foremost, we should start with the defender. Alright, let's go. Whose long round is better?
Got business for me?
Now that's unfortunate, because I can kill that immediately. But I kind of want to do this first. And that's what I'm going to do.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Is it a waste? I don't know. I'm so glad that's not a rage quit. I want to stand a chance. 30-point skags coming. Yeah, but they can't really deal with much else, can they? And they have to actually have enough skag boost to kill it. They haven't been that lucky.
Oi! Hey there! Come here!
Okay. Now we do this. Don't lose connection. I want to win this game fair and square. No. Okay. Kill the 5. Oh.
The only good one is a dead one.
Seems like an easy win. They had to go for a long first round to have a chance. Let's just wait for that Goliath to drop, as well as Torque. Oh,
Crushed your heat or rip it clean off.
that's rather huge, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to go for the Purify. Fine, fine. That is acceptable. Let's do this.
Have you ever laid eyes on a deception of such grandeur?
Oh, dear goodness. Incoming Skags. Should I boost it and hope for the best? But then I'm also doing this no favors, right?
Reality is that which they believe in does not go away.
No, I'm not boosting it. No. Oh, now you're just asking for trouble. That's gonna go on a Goliath. Should have played Ramon on the Illusionist. My mistake. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want them to first kill a card, but I feel like they won't.
Es Krise inside will hören.
I should leader soon to avoid Torque? What do you mean?
You are dogs.
The list I'm playing? The list I'm playing is my list. Rise Tarnish, thanks for the follow. The only reason I haven't leadered yet is because I just see leader as another way to get a spawn. I'm not gonna get any good cards out of them anyway.
Now is the time of the sword and axe.
Let's see if they forfeit.
I divined this move from a sparrow's innards.
No. I didn't even have to do that, did I?
Telavandrel, this is not what we agreed. Cursed idiots! I ought to ram you!
Yeah, probably.
You'll feel better.
Yeah. I've sort of mentally switched off by now.